Liam Cahill, a championship of fine margins. You're still alive, but only just.
Only just, Shane. Absolutely, very, very fortunate today. Didn't deserve to get anything from that game from an early footing, from an early stage as we looked to just be off with that little fraction, and very, very fortunate to still be in the championship.
You looked very flat compared to last Sunday. Do you think the exertions of the Limerick game took its toll out there?
Well, I don't think so. I think Limerick didn't show any exertions today, from what I'm led to believe, down in Limerick. So that's not something that we'll accept. If that comes from any player over the next few minutes when I go down to the dressing room or over the course of the week, well, then they're in the wrong place.
What did you make your O'Connor's injury? Was it a twisted ankle?
Yeah, twisted ankle. Yeah, it just twisted his ankle, rolled his ankle. So again, that's unfortunate. We lost Cahill Barrett before the game, Jason Ford from the week before, Jake Morris. They're all big hits when the thing is coming as fast as it's coming at us here. So we have a big job of work now to get all these fellas back in the field for our preliminary quarter final again, Offaly in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah. 3 weeks, will that be enough to get few of them back?
Well, we'd hope so. We'd hope to be enough to get everybody back on the field, and I think more so about getting our heads around our underperformance today. We're really, really disappointed. That dressing room is really, really on a low down there. It's like a major defeat. And I suppose the main disappointment is that we all felt we let down the Tipperary public today. That came here in big numbers, and that's something that's weighing heaviest of all on us at the moment.
Do you think there was any element of complacency?
No,
nearly had the job.
Yeah, well, look, from a management perspective, we were driving this all week. I know how dangerous these Waterford players are, and I know that better than anybody. And these Waterford players don't use excuses. The narrative around Waterford over the last couple of months was that there's emotional baggage with that Waterford team. That's the one thing disappoints me about the whole thing. Emotional baggage. That to me that was unfair in relation to that statement. But Waterford showed no emotional baggage today. Only the good team that I know they are, and the players that the quality players that I was fortunate enough to be involved with for the last 3 seasons.
Coming down the stretch, Liam, did you have any idea what was going on in the Gaelic grounds in terms of you might need to keep this under 5 points? Some lads, John McGrath went for goal and you maybe forced them a little bit at the end. The players probably didn't have a clue really and just probably were going for the win.
Yeah, well, we had 4 in our head. Once we kept it at 4, we were taking it, but destiny was in our own hands at that stage, regardless. So I don't know. I suppose we're always of the mantra: if a goal chance presents itself, you go for it. So you can't tell a player really, I suppose, going in what to do, make the decision on the ball. It's his choice. But as I said, look, very fortunate to be still in the championship.
It's about the Waterford puckouts. They're getting a lot of joy from just kind of free men out around the 45 and running from there. What's your take on that?
Yeah, look, we're disappointed in that regard as well. We had spoken about it. We were happy to leave Ronan free at the back there to make sure that we weren't giving away any green flags, because we know the speed of this Waterford team, obviously. But we probably didn't abandon it early enough either to go after the game. That's disappointing on our side as a management team that we didn't maybe just throw caution to the wind and go push up maybe and take our chances. But look, hindsight is great when the door is closed after the horse is bolted.
You mentioned the lads are kind of on a low end there at the minute. Are you confident the next with 3 weeks now you'll be able to get them back?
Yeah, look, these are quality players that I have. They're really good players. That's not them today. All credit to Waterford. They didn't allow us to play, but we only showed little snippets of what we're capable of. There was a couple of occasions there where we looked like the team that has progressed so well through this championship, and we're happy to be still in the championship, absolutely. But again, I can't stress enough how disappointed we are for the Tipperary public today to witness a lot of basic errors on our behalf, and it's something that myself, Mikey, the management team and these players are really going to have to man up and get sorted out before we can say that we're serious All-Ireland contenders.
How much did Limerick take away? Just seems a lot flatter today compared to last Sunday.
Michael, I don't think it took anything out of us. It didn't take anything out of Limerick today, but on Limerick, from what I'm led to believe. So we looked really sharp during the week, looked very well here on Friday night in our last bit of work. I don't know, it's just something that happens, and when it happens it's very hard to stem And Waterford, to be fair to them today, they really asked questions of us. They ran hard, they broke the tackle, and only for a few more shooting errors, like they could have been well out. There was a good few wides there for Waterford today, and we got rightly bet today. We got an awful hammer, to be straight and honest about it. So that's something that we have to try and sort out and test me as a manager, test our players' resilience. So a big job of work over the next couple of weeks.
But you survived.
We're still alive, that's the main thing, yeah. The heart mightn't be great, but we're still alive. And once we're alive and the heart is thumping, we have a chance.
In terms of the injuries, does it bide more time? Craig Morgan, Barry Heffernan, will they play any part this year now?
I don't think Barry is near what we could say realistically coming back, but Craig is making great progress, and an extra week won't do him any harm whatsoever. So
would you be hoping Jason and any of the guys we're missing today be back for 3 weeks time?
Absolutely, we'll need to get every one of them back from here on in. We'll need a full hand to play with, and we'll be working really hard to get that sorted out.
Last question, lads.
You've awfully 3 weeks time in Tullamore, so that's very, very potential banana skin for Tip. You'll be set up like if you to go there and win.
Oh, absolutely, and awfully no more than ourselves, they are probably licking their wounds with the defeat yesterday, and they did. I watched it on the telly there. They did enough to win that game with the opportunities they squandered, and they were creating a lot of chances. So they'll be dangerous enough up there on the home ground in a couple of weeks' time, and we'll have to be ready. So that's it.
Thanks,
Bye.
Cheers, Liam.